Yeshiv. Yeshiv Yankov Be'eretz Beguri Ovi Be'eretz Canaan. Yankov sits Be'eretz Beguri Ovi Be'eretz Canaan. Eila told us Yankov Yosef Ben Shvaz Beshona Reres Arbatzu Nas Bnei Vilo Bnei Zilpo She'ov Rabbi Yosef Tibos Mrol Aviham Rabbi Yisroel Or V'Sosim Kolbono Gvens Kunim Uloy Voslok Sonis Pas parsha Vayeshev starts off with the sugya of Yankov sitting, dwelling back in Eretz Yisroel. He's in Eretz Yisroel, and he's led Bikesh Leisha B'Shalv. He wants to settle down, and the sugya of Yosef arises. The sugya of Yosef is very interesting. But before we get to that, Rashi says, what is the connection of Parshas Yeshiv to what we were just handling, we were just discussing? So Rashi said at the end of Vayishlach, now we went into the Toldois and the Maisa of Yankov. There we did it very quickly. But it seems to be that there was juxtaposed, it was put together, that were comparing the Esav and the Yankov. So what is the objective over there? Secondly, we find something very interesting. The Torah tells us that Yosef HaTzadik, Yosef, after his birth, Yankov decides to call his wives out. This is in parsha Vayetze. And discuss with them, tell them we're going to have to head back. It's time to go back. It's time to go back after the Leda of Yosef. What's happens after the Leda of Yosef? Now he feels he can go back. Okay, so Rachel HaChar. But it could be parsha Pshat. Rashi says in this week's parsha, Rashi says that Rashi says that Yosef has shaykhis to the battle with Esav. He met the pasuk in last week's Haftarah, the last pasuk. One of the psukim over there. V'hoya veis Yankov in parsha Haftarah. V'hoya veis Yankov Eishu veis Yosef lahava veis Esav lakash v'tokol b'hem ha'achor. Yosef in Rashi last week Vayishlach says it. After he enumerates all the children, offspring of Esau. Oh, it's here in Rashi this week's part, the end of the Rosh. Vayeshiv Yaakov. B'shtoni hazeh nichlos geman to unim pishton. Apal only because kol apishton. B'keach harad heishav nitzos ach yotzim mimapur shechos surface kula. Kach yach rov es kol ha'alufim. He sees aluf. So many offspring. Esav has so many offsprings and so many. Aksum l'ma'al tom. Mi yochol lechbosh es kula. Maksiv l'ma'ata. Eila told us Yankov Yosef. Yosef seems to be the one who's going to offset together with Yankov. But Yosef is going to be the one to offset the whole Metzias of Esav. He's going to be the one as the Metzias. He'll be sorry for Esav, but that's going to be. Trial is, well, what is it about Yosef that he is the lehova, he's the flame that offsets Esav? Weiter, we have to understand, Yaakov Avinu The third pasuk, Yisroel ohav es Yosef kolponov, kiven skunim ulo, and it's much from the mice. This word of Rashi is better much from the pasuk. But the Torah's can't tell the toldos. We said we tell it all the toldos. Now we're telling you the toldos of Yankov. They don't really list the toldos of Yankov. The toldos Yankov Yosef. It's all about Yosef. The mashma Yosef is the offset to Yosef. That's in the parsha stuff. I mean, Yisroel ohav es Yosef kolponov, kiven skunim ulo. But also like Soines pass. Yaakov loves Esau from all his children. Given skunim to him shotim. But also like Soines pass. He makes him a coat. Colored coat. Everybody remembers it. There it is again. The coloring book is back. Book 2. Yosef and his brothers. Starts with Yosef and his brothers. Book 2. Everybody has that coat. Everybody, the Mora Bernstein says you have to take a lot of Crayolas because you have to make a colored coat. So we have to color that coat. Everybody's in the coat. The coat is a very, very interesting coat, Rabbi said. What is it that Yaakov gives to Esau? To Yaakov gives to Yosef a colorful coat. Kesoines pasim. So it could be he came to Shachris. He was there by 9 o'clock. So it was a miftzah. It was an incentive for being a good boy. The Chor is much deeper than that. I don't think he had to give him incentive to get to Shachris. It's much deeper than that. What is this code all about? That Yaakov is very, very... Yaakov feels a big need. Give Yosef this coat. Kiven skunim uloi. One pshat even skurim laws because he taught him the Torah Shem ve'ever. So it's not pshat. It was like it's mashma that was a present. He said because he was teaching the Torah Shem ve'ever, he gave over that Torah to Yosef, so he gets the coat. What's the pshat? So we want to say a new mahalach this year. The sugi Rabbi said very sadistic mahalach. Be'ezah Hashem will help us maybe to get us into the mood of Chanuka. It's coming, the big Yom Tov of Chanuka. It's a bracha. It's a chag d'Rabbanan, but it has so much power. In the long gully, in the long winters, man, we have Chanuka comes and breaks it up, but it's not supposed to break it up. Rabbi said that's the problem. It's supposed to intensify and help us to get chizuk. Comes the Chanuka break. Shem Yirachem. I just saw today when Rabbi says parsha zach. The Rabban says already called kodesh Yosef chorav Yosef. Whatever is more kodesh is chorav. Rabban came to Yerushalayim and he saw Yerushalayim the Churbanah. He saw his mamish. It was destruction that he never saw in his life. He saw other places that got destroyed. The Rabban came to Yerushalayim and he saw the Yerushalayim was so destroyed. He was Tama Shem Yirachem. Look what happened in Yerushalayim. So desolate. So. When they came, they found when they captured it in 1967, they captured the wall, the Western Wall. Everybody knows what that is. On Friday night. Anyway, the Western Wall, not far from here, a very holy place. Anyway, when they first captured it, they went on the other side. It was dung. It was Shem Yirachem was all doing on the other side of Shem. The Churban's Noir of Oil. The Arabs, when they had captured it, became such a Churban. Shem Yirachem, the Rabban saw. It was b'chvon. He was told, and then he realized, "Kol kodesh Yosef chorav Yosef." Whatever's more kodesh is chorav Yosef, and that's also in Zman Rabbi said. Kol kodesh Yosef, but more than that, he said today's also in Bechatzko. The Gemara says in Sukkah 52a. The Gemara says in Galoi. The Gemara says, "Kol agadol mechaveiro Yisroel gadol." Whoever's bigger than their friend, they have a bigger Yetzirah. But that's also true in Zman. When Chatzim wrote down, he brought that. Showed me from Chatzim. Someone showed me Chatzim. Showed me from his Biderman's book. It's Chatzim said also in Zman. Whatever's Godel, the more Godel a time is, the more the Yitzi comes out very stark. The famous friend of yours, Yitzi, comes out. Yitzi Hora, if you know who he is, he comes out very stark. Yitzi's out. They're on the pranks on Chanuka, because Chanuka is such a time for Aliyah, to tune in. Right? The whole Yesod of everything is the neshama, the neshama. Neshama, sing it afterwards. Anyway, neshama, everything's about the neshama, Rabbi Say. That's what we're trying to get to. We're trying to get it stirred up, Rabbi Say. Ner Hashem Nishmas Adam. We light candles. There's a lot going on over there, Rabbi Say. Every time we light a candle, it's a gavaldik azach. It's a declaration. So a person, he has 8 days now of tremendous opportunity for inspiration, Rabbi Say. And what goes on, Rabbi Say, Hashem Yiracheh, because it's Gadol. It's a hard tries to make, even the Shaburi spoke about in his time, that people that play karting, Hashem Yiracheh, that's what's going on in Chanukah. Chanukah is a really good time for Aliyah. The Chassam Sofer said that his madreg is in Torah, that he reached the highest madreg was during Chanukah time. Ner mitzvah Torah, it's a really good time for Aliyah, for enlightenment, to be enlightened, to be illuminated, the neshama to be illuminated. To be enlightened in Torah and mitzvahs, to be enlightened in clarity, Rabbi Say. And what goes on? Partying and parties. This Chanukah party, latkes and vodka. This party and that party. Drunken dreidel, all different gevaldige chaga that were miyuchet for Heilige Chanukah, Baruch Hashem set aside. Drunken dreidel, latkes and vodkas. Vodkas and latkes, whatever, each one, whatever comes first. But anyway, and Chanukah's a murder gezaga by Zayim. Well, the other Bachum said he had the Chanukah miracle. He went to sleep for one night and he slept 8. The kids but the Maisa, that's that's what we look forward. It's not maybe it'll be a break, a Yeshiva break. I just want to climb into the bed. That's it. Wake me up and spend when it's over, Rabbi. And Chanukah is such an unbelievable opportunity, Rabbi Say. Such an unbelievable opportunity. For Aliyah, Rabbi says, we have to get into Chanukah, and hopefully we'll get it back to Chanukah. But Be'ez Hashem, we want to bring out a Gevaldik Yisroel, Rabbi says. Midas Esav Keneged Midas Yankov, the battle. The battle that's been going through the last couple of parshas. The battle that the Chorah came to the end, the last week's parsha. Now, Yosef is the final Nitzos. That's the destruction of Esau. We have to understand what's the Yisroel of us. So I want to say a shot like this, Rabbi Say. Esau, we know, people didn't know a guy, we told the Bachar recently, but Esau's head is buried in Maras HaMachpelah. Esau's head was the head that L'chor was buried there, that Shaykhis the Gedula. And Avada Esau, who was the son of Yank, Yitzchok, and Rivka, the great of our great Ov and our great Ima. Avada Young Esav has whole tremendous greatness he had, but it's only his head got in there. What's the word? And the word is a very big Yisroel. We know that we wear tefillin. Everybody here wears tefillin. Sometimes b'shachris, some have minhag I should go by mincha, machve, by mincha also. You're not allowed to wear by my voice. No, you're not allowed to wear by my. Anyway, but the kids so the Maisa, we wear tefillin, but we know the Rosh of the tefillin, but start. We know the strand, the straps of the tefillin. So the tzuas we call them, they go down from the Rosh, the back of the Rosh, all the way down. The Allah is supposed to go down towards the bottom of your body, not all the way down. And what's the significance of this? The significance is, Rabbi Say, that there's a murdic kesher with the top half of our bodies and the bottom half of our bodies. That there's the Rosh, which in the Rosh, it's the Rosh. It's the Mokoim of Torah, of understanding, of Seichel, the Seichel's in the Rosh. Neshama, it's in the Rosh. But there's a goal for physical body, Rabbi Say. And the Yisoid of Yiddishkeit, the most basic Yisoid, and this is the Yisoid of everything, Rabbi Say. It to be mispashet, that the Gedusha, the holiness, the Seichel, the Neshama that's there in the Rosh, the Seichel should be mispashet, should expand and break out to the entire body, the physical goof. All the way down to the Mokoim of our bris. Because that is the Mokoim of resembles and represents the Inyan of Taiva, of Olam Hazeh, to the highest level. That's one of the reasons the Chinuch says we do bris on that Eiver, because we want to subjugate that Eiver, which is the Makor of Taiva, to HaKadosh Baruch. So says the Chinuch, a mitzvah beis. So when we put on the tefillin, the tefillin shel Rosh, we are saying that we mishabed, that we say in the Rosh of the tefillah, mishabed our guf. The pshat is that we want that there should be in spashtus. Speaking a little high this week. We want to be mispashet, the kedusha, the greatness, the holiness, the seichel, the neshama. That's locations really in the head that should be mispashet into the body. We don't have a separation between church and state, between our neshama, our moyach, our brain, and our guf. It's all one. And that is Kedusha. And that's what Kedusha is about. Kedusha is that our minds, our moyach, our seicha, our neshama, everything that's in the moyach, the koyach of Torah that's in our brain, spreads out the entire body. That our arms becomes arms of Torah. That what we do with our hands, we do the right things with our hands because it's guided by the Torah, by the Kedusha, by everything that's in the moyach. What I do with my body, my stomach, my chest, muscles, it's guided. All the way down by the spasha. As you get further from the, obviously, further from the Mokoim, it's harder. Yaakov is called Yaakov, Lashon Eikev. That Yaakov was able to bring the Kedusha all the way down to the Eikev, to the Yankov. Esav, that's his issue. That's his issue, exactly his issue. His issue is there's a separation between church and state. There's a certain separation, there's a separation between the moyach. There's a separation between the mokum of the brain, the place of the moyach of the neshama, and the body. The body can be wild, wild, uncontrolled. The moyach, keep it over aim. You understand that you have to, father, respect your parents, very nice. But the body, free. Uncontrolled, wild animal. And the body is an animal. But I para Adam Yivola. The Adam is somebody who is able to make that chibur, that connection between kuf and the neshama. Esav, when he comes to attack Yaakov, Chazal tell us, well, when he came to kiss Yaakov, but he really didn't, he was kissing him. The Medrash says it was also in the coloring books from Mora Bernstein that Esav tried to bite him. Rabbi said, when he tried to bite him, in his neck, and his teeth fell out. He needed a dentist afterwards. But all his teeth fell out because the neck of Yaakov turned to marble. Why was he biting him in the neck, Rabbi said? Because he was after attacking this Yisroel. The neck is the mokoim. That's the area we put the tefillah. The neck is the mokoim which attaches that rosh to the body of us. And Esav was after to attack that Metzias of us. And therefore Esav lived the life of non-kedusha, non-holiness. His moyach could have been filled with holiness. There was a neshama. And there was a certain understanding of basics, but it never was nispashit, Rabbi said. And interessant, Rabbi said, the Tosis, we once spoke this out, the Bali Tosis says, Esav never had a bris milah. Bali Tosis says in parsha has told us, Bali Tosis, that when he was born, he was all yellow, he was reddish, Esav. His father saw him, we can't do a bris milah on him. Maybe he has some type of a disease, he's sickly, he's all red. Then he saw later on, that after a while, that this is his natural color. So Yitzchak said, you know what, I didn't mind him now, wait till he's 13. Well, he got 13, he said, I'm on my own, Pop. If I want to do a bris, I'll go to the conservative rabbit, Shirley Belchbaum. Bris Milah, Mohelet. Anyway, but he didn't end up going to her either. I don't know if it would be cautious. Anyway, the kids are. But the Ma'aser Soiva Shel Davar. If people want to say that a person was murdered the Chiddush Lefis, I want to say that the halacha is the person gets married to Boisai, he gets Moichel on Kol Avei Noisaf. That's the halacha. Get free skate, you know. So the guy said, well, you know, why should I get married in El? So, I'm having Yom Kippur anyway. You know, I know I'm not the best guy. I should save it for the middle of the winter's month. But anyway, but the Ma'aser, the Gemara says Moichel on Kol Avei Noisaf. Where do we learn that? Because Esav took a wife Mochlas. And the Gemara turns out there's more. So Esav, so there's a shad yun in the Achronim that they have a shad. Does this that you Moichel Avaros by Chosen? Is it with tshuva or without tshuva? Does he have to do tshuva also? It's time the Moichel. So I want to be a Klal Raya. It says Hu B'Rish Osai, T'chil Osai. We had Zoiva. Esav never did tshuva, yet he was Nimcha. Shad is even if you don't do tshuva. A lot of people say, you should do. You have to do tshuva. You should do tshuva. That's very fast. Well, the Chorah is starting to ride from me. Later on, sort of Fisher brings that ride also. But anyway, the Ma'aser, Esav never had a bris because a few were saying it's unbelievable. Esav his head wanted to believe, having a neshama alive. He wanted to ask his father's good kashas. How do you Ma'aser salt, Pop? What about salt? I'm very interested in the salt. What do you do with salt? How do you Ma'aser it? Very good question, my dear Esav. That's a very Tifa question. I don't know what you do with Ma'asering salt, but anyway, he's Ma'asering salt. He's busy with Ma'asering salt. But then in the next minute, after he had this big Tifa Shah Ma'asering salt, he was busy raping a woman. What happened to the Ma'asering salt? I don't know. I guess it's not a salt and pepper shayla. Anyway, the kids are. But what's the pshat of Boisai? The pshat is there was no connection. There was a separation between neshama and guf. The Mela, Esav's whole told was saying in last week's parsha, but says all Rashi brings, and this is very big kitzur, but it's a Mayim Agadol. But Rashi brings Esav all Mamzeir, but he go through what's going on over there. Shem Yerachim, but he said what's going on over there. His son with the father's wife, the wife with the mamish, everybody. Mamish Shekula Mamzeir, because of the Indian of Ishus Rabbi, which is a very important Indian that we have to understand Rabbi. That by our Jewish religion, everything has holiness, and even the thing that the world took as the most priestess the gazach by them, and the most thing that's most gashmi and most animalistic, the union of getting married and being with a woman by the world, it became animalistic. It became mamish, the most animalistic act, the most animayos. It's kodesh kadoshim, it's kedusha. So Esav's whole children represented that whole Metzias of Boisai. That separation, there's no connection between the head, the Rosh, and by also Boisai. Yaakov Avinu was Kulei Kedusha, Boisai. Was Kulei Kedusha. That's why he sent him to Izim Asayim, the Ayin Barashi over there, to Meram is how the Ishus of Klai was a different Zach, Ayin Shah Barashi. So that was where it came out. And Yaakov Avinu was going in Golos was to show that even though he's going out to go, he's going out to the world, like we spoke many times, but he's going to keep that kedusha in the end of marriage, in the end of children, and going weiter. But Maisa, if it's not going to be mamshech, that mida, that koyach. That to be in control, to be somebody that goes out and is with women with that Indian of Ishus and be able to be in control and to be able to have the Shama Laira. So then Esav, Yaakov understood that Yosef's going to be the one. How do you know that? So I want to tell Tifa Pshara because in Yosef's name was Munach, the Indian of Ishus. Yosef Ben Ach. The Metzias of Yosef's name was the union of having more children, of the union of children. More than that, the other Pshat Osef as Chapasi, when Yosef was born, that to be Shalom Bayis, the union of Shalom Bayis, and that should be Shleimus, and that there should be Shalom Bayis. That's also that our relationship with our wives should be Shalom. It's not only about the physical act; it's about creating a matzav of harmony. Memela, Yosef's Nesaya and Yaakov understood from that it was going to be in the Inyan of this Inyan, and therefore he gave him this coat, Rabbi. Kisoines pasim, Zogt Rashi, pasim, Oisios, Potifar. In the coat was Merumiz, the Inyan, and why a coat, Rabbi? Because a beged, we have today the tzitzis, but a beged is made for tznius. That's why the tzitzis is something that protects us. The Gemara, many Gemara's Kedusha that protects us. A person wears tzitzis for Boisai. Commercial for the tzitzis for Boisai. A big commercial for Boisai. Sometimes you see guys, they don't wear their tzitzis, not amazing for Boisai, chas v'sholom. They just forgot to put it on in the morning. Just a slip of the mind. They remembered, Baruch Hashem, the underwear, they just forgot the tzitzis. But they don't realize about the koach of the beggar of tzitzis. It's a murder geshmir, especially in the inyanim of arayis. The Gemara brings many times, but the reason is a beggar is made for covering, and covering is made for tznius. And by us, that's the yisoid of our relation with tznius, with sanua. The Gemara says in Brachas Chesam et Beis 8b, Hashem loves the Parsian because that's snuim in the Beis Akisa. It's snuim b'dova acha. It's snuim in relationships. Also, tznius represents, when a person is sanua, it represents kedusha. It represents that you read the Rebbe Shem's all over. He's with us all over. And Mela, that's the beged shel tzitzer, but it's a beged. The beged is made to cover the erva. That's what a beged's for. And therefore, when we at tzitzis, it's a protection, it's a shmira. How can a guy go out in the street without his tzitzis on? Where are the tzitzis? Where are they? And even if he has it, tuck it deep down in those pants. No one should see it. I don't want anybody to know that I'm Jewish. Too bad, you got a big nose. Why do people wear the tzitzis out? That's the protection of the tzitzis. You see it tzitzis reisim oiso is chad, it's chumetz v'Hashem, v'lois asuru, achrei levavchem, achrei neichem. You're not going to go after your Tiferes. The beged shel tzitzis represents the tznius, the holiness, the kedusha, the connection of Boisai. So a guy goes out with a tzitzis, there's a be nisyonis, Yitzi's, he's here, let's go down this street, or that down street, Yitzi's taking you down heaven's lane. More like hell's lane. But the Maisa, he's taking you down heaven's lane. How are you going to protect yourself? How are you going to go out of Boisai? It's the beggar shall tzitz. And Yaakov, if you don't realize that he gave him an extra beggar, the beggar meant was the covering of Boisai, an extra covering of tznius. That will be a reminder for Yosef that he's going to know, he knows he's going to be the one without his soya to burn up Esav. Because Yosef's going to be a person that's going to go out and have the nisyonis, Eish Potifar. And then, when the brothers bring back the coat, was steht in the Torah, they bring back the coat with the blood on it, Taroif, Toiraf, Yosef. Rashi says, what's going to be within the soil of Potifar? He doesn't have the coat. Who cares? Tarof, Toraf, Yosef. Yosef's a goner now. Why? He has no coat. Ma'in Shmita, it's our Sinai. So Rashi, Chayoro achalosu. He sees the coat. Vayoyim eksoinis bid is my son's coat. Chayoro achalosu. So Rashi, Nitzna boy nuach hakor soifish discover ish Potifar. What does that have to do with the coat, man? Teretz says the coat was the protection in the Golus. Keneged the Ian of Ishos, which Yosef had to uphold. And he had to be the strong one to bring that Kedusha of the koyach of not being nichshal in the Ian of Arayis, with the koyach of a beged, that beged, and when he saw it was to Yukna of his father, Be'emes was that Metzias, and that saved him at the end of Yosef. But this was the shot of Yosef. Yosef was the midah, and that's why Yosef was the one who goes connected Esav, and burns him up, because Yosef has nisyonis in Arayis, in the areas where Esav couldn't control himself. He was a wild animal, where his mind wasn't able to control. where Yosef comes into a matzav of very, very difficult nisoyin, and he's mamish v'chotosi lelukim, but he remains strong. This is the eish, this is the lahava, this is the kedusha that Yosef HaTzadik represents, and it's the antidote to Esav. And this is what we have to realize, this is what we have to understand as we approach Chanuka. The Yevonim, they were after us. When we learned the Ksubas Gimel Amid Beis, the Gemara says that what was one of the Gzeiros they made? What are these guys want? What do they want? So they want Judaism. What do they want with our daughter, with our girls? The Tiferes of the boy said they were trying to make impure our whole Metzias of boys, our whole kedusha of relationships, men and women. They were trying to make it impure. They weren't just stam. Tibol Hegman Tchila was a Yisroel that they wanted to. It was Edoi. They wanted to bring in Esav. They wanted to impuriate the women. And that's why the women Ishas Chayeves Badlokas Nerchanika. They battled back, they subjugated, they give up their lives, the Shmuez, they're ready to give up their lives, to keep the sanctity of Judaism, that it's holy, that our relationship is holy, it's not animalistic, there's a deep connection between our moyach and our bodies, that we run basar our moyach, the Rosh controls it, and the Rosh develops it, and the neshama spreads out to the whole body, that everything is done the right ways, with kedusha, with taira. And that's why Haneres Halol Kodesh. Shabbos candles, you can read the Jewish press. Arnold finds jokes in the back. All Shabbos, you have to have a shoymer, but you can be shamish with the Ner Shabbos, you can read it. But Shabbos Chanuka candle, they stand for this kedusha, because dafka, and that's what we didn't want to do in Hutzah Yeshua's kasha. We didn't want to have any tum over here, because that's the whole objective of this. The whole objective of Esav and the Goyim is to make impure our oils, our wives, our women, our lives, everything about us. We want to make it impure. And therefore we do everything, mahajrin, mina mahajrin, we do everything to have tahar, shem and tahar. Because we want to show the Goyim that we're not going to bend to this Yisroel. We're going to uphold our kedusha. We're going to uphold our holiness. We're going to be strong. We're not going to bend into your goyisha hashkafis and things you want to put into our brains. The tumah that they want to put into our brains. They want to stay away from that. We get all the goyish hashkafis that we get from the news and all the garbage that comes in. Because from the waste, the bittul Torah. How many hours? The person makes a cheshbon. How many hours is on that machine? But the Bacham here that gave it up, but Bacham that don't have friends and other yeshivas not here that on that machine. How many hours of their life make a cheshbon this year? 20,000 hours on that machine. Maybe more. He had to take a break to go to the bathroom. He takes it in with him. It's not a problem. The best times are in the bathroom. Just sit there for hours. Get out of there! I'm sorry, I can't. My whole bottom fell asleep. He's paralyzed on the bottom. 6 hours. I can't get up, sorry. We need the shower. I'm trying to move myself, sorry. I'm stuck to the seat. You fall in? Anyway, but these hours and hours and hours on the bittul Torah, Hashem Yirachem, so much bittul Torah. Hashem Yirachem, Yitzi got in, Hashem Yirachem, Yitzi got in with that machine. Oh boy, did he get into us, I'm not saying there are guys and people that know how to control for hours and hours and hours and hours, all day and all night and all day and all night. There's no separation. But chutz from the bittul Torah, I say, what's going into our brains? I say, what's going in? Are we able to, the garbage that's going in, the garbage. Mamish garbage. The hashkafa, all the garbage hashkafas that they're giving us, the stupidity, but the more the garbage hashkafas of the koyish of Rabbi side. Rabbi's a little bit extreme this week. What's wrong with reading the New York Times? Poison! What's wrong with looking at this, just looking at an innocent documentary? An innocent documentary of King Henry VIII. He had 17 wives. It's very innocent. I don't know how innocent King Henry was, but for me it's very innocent. This child out of wedlock and that child out of wedlock and this and that. Just learning about history, Rabbi. Tumah, poison! Kal v'choymer, ben benoy shel kal v'choymer. All these movies, Rabbi say, Hashem Yirachem. That guy watches these movies and these episodes and these movies, Rabbi say, we're being real now, we're being real. What does it do? What does it do for us? Impurities, all the stupid hashkavas they put in there, Rabbi say. These love stories and these garbage love stories, it's all fake. Where there was a different Shmuez, it's not fake. The whole thing's a fake. But the whole story of the love story, it's all fake. It's all fantasy. It's not real, Rabbi say. And most of the time it's about how this guy cheats on his wife and he cheats on his wife and they cheat together. The Cheaters. It's the name of the new movie just came out. Everybody cheats on each other. Behaskoma, beloy behaskoma. That's what we want. That's what we want to put into our minds. That's what we want to know about. That's what we want to think about. Have a shaykhs to Rabbi side. But even ashkafas are oil Rabbi side. What to do with my life? What to do with my life? What should I dedicate my life to? The guy goes into the bathroom, part of his expression. He comes out. Rabbi, I'm enlightened. I figured out what I want to do with my life. I was in there long enough. I just read an article. Professor Stanley Birchbaum from the University of Ohio. He says man should try to become like an ape. Rabbi, I decided I'm going to the zoo and they put me behind the bars. Bring me the bananas! I'm going to be an ape! Where did you get your hashkafa from? Yesterday you wanted to be a frum guy, you wanted to go out and maybe change the world. Oh boy, am I going to change the world. No one ever saw a human behind bars eating bananas like that. You know how much money I'll get? Where are you getting your hashkafas from? I said, where are we getting it from? The tumas ha'akum, from the impurities, from the garbage, from this article, that article, what he believes, what she believes. Who is this person, Rabbi Sai? Who is this guy, Professor Stanley Birchbaum? Who is he? You go into his life sometimes, what's going on? He's been married 17 times. He's on number 18. Chai. He's lecturing on what proper married life should be about. He's teaching you education of how to educate your children. He has many of them in many countries. Who is this guy, Rabbi? Where does this kashkafov come from? And if he's a TT professor, where does it come from? The chochmas ha'umos who don't believe in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, if they believe, they're way off. Rabbi said that's kedusha, boys. We separate ourselves. Shekidishonu, the mitzvoisov, it's ivonu, lahadlik ner shel Chanuka. We go up and we light lahashekidishonu, the mitzvoisov, the hadlik ner shel Chanuka, the Torah, the oil, that we don't have shaykhs to all this garbage, Rabbi said. The person that would think about real Rabbi Isai, he really wants to connect, he really wants to get into the spirit of Chanukah, Rabbi Isai. This is not a time to have Chochmas Yavan. I know what I'm doing this year after Chanukah Licht. We have a couple of nights off. I'm going to the theater. That's what I'm going to do right after Chanukah Licht. Right after I put in the oil and I burnt the wicks to represent that the Yidden are over Yavan. I'm going straight. Don't pass go. Don't collect 200 hours straight to the theater. What's that place? Whatever that place is called. I'm going straight to Chanuka menorah, right outside the theater. And it'll play Ma'osur. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll play something else. Ding 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 ding. Listen, everything goes. Maybe I'll even wear red pajamas. You gotta be in the spirit of things, Rabbi. Don't be so old-fashioned. Where's the sled? Hashem Yirachim, we lost ourselves. We're Yidden. We have Kedusha. We're way above it. There's a connection between the Rosh and the bottom of our body, Rabbi Say. There's a connection between the psila, I just thought, the Rosh, and the oil underneath. There's a chibur, and that burns the fire. And that's what we have to do on Hanukkah. We have to take out all the impurities. We have to throw out the garbage. We have to start to think how I can improve my life to become Yosef. To live my life dedicated for the Rosh Baruch Hu, the Chashmonoim Tiferes, and not go back and live my life whole drum like everybody else, but be dedicated, be inspired, live my life higher, light myself up, that I should become myself a Chanukah candle, that I should have inspiration, I should go out there and feel something, feel connected, put on a pair of tzitzis and be free from your yitzis. And take the candle and light that oil and inspire the neshama that it should spread out and illuminate the whole body of yours. Not just in the moyach, the brain. I know it's right, Rabbi. I know it's a good thing, but what can I do? The body doesn't let. No, I'm in control. That's what we're trying to get on Chanukkah. A little bit more in control of ourselves. A little more inspired. A little more to burn away, Rabbi Say, the darkness of Choshech of Yavan, of all that stuff that all makes us not see clearly, to have such a bilbul hadas. The guys come, they're so mavul, they don't know what to do with their lives. They're so mavul, should I go here, should I go there, should I go to this, go to that? And when they go there, what happens to them, Rabbi Say? Hashem Yirachim. But to live an inspired Jewish life that are with family and children that are going in that way, Rabbi Say. That living a life, that the moyach, the Rosh, is illuminating the whole body of us. That we put on the tefillin, we realize that there's a connection, there's a chibur. We should be zeicha. This Chanukah, Haneres Halol Kodesh Chaim, to sing it out loud and be zeicha to the kedusha of Chanukah. Zeicha that this year Chanukah, we should illuminate not only our life but the entire world with Shil Sekhet.